Welcome to our show, Trump Briefing. Today, we dive into the latest developments surrounding President Trump's economic policies and health updates. First up, the recently announced tariffs on Chinese imports are causing quite a stir among U.S. importers, with one CEO dramatically describing the situation as the end of days. With tariffs skyrocketing from 40% to a staggering 145%, American businesses are bracing for significant price hikes and potential shifts in their supply chains. In other news, Trump's health is making headlines as his doctor confirms that the 78-year-old president is fully fit to continue serving as commander-in-chief. After losing 20 pounds and maintaining excellent cognitive and physical health, Trump is ready to tackle the challenges ahead, much to the relief of his supporters. Lastly, China has responded positively to the recent U.S. tariff exemptions on consumer electronics, calling it a small step towards correcting past practices. This development comes amidst ongoing trade tensions and highlights the delicate balance between the two nations as they navigate their economic relationship. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. The Toronto Star reports on the turmoil faced by U.S. businesses due to President Trump's escalating tariffs on Chinese imports. Rick Woldenberg, CEO of Learning Resources, initially prepared for a 40% tariff but was blindsided when it skyrocketed to 145%. This dramatic increase could inflate his company's tariff bill from $2.3 million to a staggering $100.2 million by 2025, leaving him feeling as though it's the end of days. The ripple effects of these tariffs threaten not just Woldenberg's business but also the broader landscape of American consumer goods, which have long relied on affordable Chinese manufacturing. With China dominating the production of essential items like baby carriages and coloring books, many companies are scrambling to adapt to the new financial reality. In light of these challenges, businesses are grappling with rising costs and uncertainty. Isaac Larian of MGA Entertainment, which sources a significant portion of its toys from China, fears that prices could double, leading to decreased consumer demand. Meanwhile, Mark Rosenberg, who planned to produce ergonomic chairs in China, is now reconsidering his options as he faces crippling tariffs. The unpredictability of Trump's tariff strategy has left many entrepreneurs in a state of limbo, unable to make informed decisions about their supply chains. The looming threat of tariffs on imports from other countries like India and Vietnam only adds to the anxiety, as companies attempt to navigate the treacherous waters of international trade. In a different context, the CBC highlights Trump's recent physical examination results, revealing that at 78, he remains fully fit to serve as president. His doctor, Navy Captain Sean Barbabella, cites Trump's active lifestyle as a significant contributor to his well-being, noting a weight loss of 20 pounds since his last checkup. However, the report also points out that Trump's blood pressure is elevated, which could lead to potential health issues if not managed. Despite these concerns, Trump's cognitive and physical health is deemed excellent, and he continues to engage in various public activities and golf tournaments. As he approaches his 79th birthday, the report paints a picture of a president who, despite the challenges of his age, remains active and engaged in his role. The Toronto Star reports that Donald Trump's physician, Navy Captain Sean Barbabella, has declared the 78-year-old president fully fit to serve as commander-in-chief following a recent physical examination. The report highlights that Trump has lost 20 pounds since his last physical in 2020, bringing his weight down to 224 pounds. Barbabella praised Trump's active lifestyle, which includes frequent golf victories, and noted his excellent health, particularly in cardiac and pulmonary functions. Despite some previous health issues, such as cataract surgery and a benign polyp found during a colonoscopy, the doctor emphasized that Trump is capable of fulfilling his presidential duties effectively. The Independent discusses the ongoing developments surrounding tariffs imposed by the Trump administration, particularly on the tech sector. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick revealed that while certain electronics like smartphones and flat-panel TVs are currently exempt from tariffs, these exemptions are expected to be replaced by new semiconductor tariffs in the coming weeks. This shift aims to bolster American manufacturing, as the administration faces backlash from tech companies and investors. The article underscores the volatility in the stock market due to these tariff announcements and the administration's attempts to balance economic interests with its trade policies. Al Jazeera reports on China's reaction to the U.S. announcement of tariff exemptions on consumer electronics, describing it as a small step towards correcting the wrong practice of imposing high tariffs on Chinese goods. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce called for the complete cancellation of these tariffs, emphasizing the need for mutual respect in trade relations. The article notes that as the U.S.-China trade war escalates, fears of a prolonged economic fallout loom large, affecting global markets. While the Trump administration insists that tariffs are a means to revive domestic manufacturing, analysts warn that such a shift may take years to achieve. South China Morning Post reports that President Donald Trump has been declared to be in excellent health by his White House physician, following his first annual medical checkup since his return to the presidency. At 78, Trump boasts about his vitality while often criticizing his 82-year-old rival Joe Biden. The physician's memo highlighted Trump's robust cognitive and physical health, noting only minor skin issues, including sun damage and scarring from a past assassination attempt. During his nearly 5-hour examination at Walter Reed Hospital, Trump underwent various tests, including blood work and a cognitive assessment, scoring a perfect 30 out of 30. Despite the positive report, concerns linger about the transparency of Trump's health information, especially given the public's keen interest in the well-being of the nation's leader. The BBC echoes this sentiment, emphasizing the thoroughness of Trump's medical examination and the reassuring findings regarding his physical and cognitive capabilities. Dr. Sean Barbabella, the president's physician, confirmed that Trump remains fit to fulfill his presidential duties, attributing his good health to an active lifestyle. The report also reflected on Trump's previous health evaluations, which had suggested a need for weight loss and exercise. The recent examination comes after a tumultuous period marked by an assassination attempt, which resulted in minor injuries, yet the president's overall health appears to be stable. This assessment stands in stark contrast to the narrative surrounding his opponent, Biden, as Trump continues to use health as a political weapon in their ongoing rivalry. In a separate analysis, the South China Morning Post examines the potential impact of Trump's economic policies on the U.S.-Japan security partnership. While initial interactions between the two nations appeared promising, Trump's historical tendency to impose tariffs has raised concerns in Japan, especially with the recent announcement of steep tariffs on Japanese car exports. The article discusses Japan's commitment to increasing its defense spending and modernizing its military in response to regional threats, particularly from China. However, the unpredictability of Trump's economic strategies poses a risk to the long-standing security alliance. As Japan navigates these challenges, the article suggests that maintaining a robust economic foundation is crucial for the partnership's future, highlighting the delicate balance between economic relations and national security in the Indo-Pacific region. The Toronto Star reports on the alarming measles outbreak in West Texas, revealing that this easily preventable disease, once eliminated in the U.S. in 2000, surged due to years of flat funding for vaccination programs. Health officials indicate that stagnant financial support from federal, state, and local governments left health departments ill-equipped to maintain robust immunization initiatives. Despite a temporary influx of COVID-19 funding, it was insufficient to reverse the damage done by years of neglect. In 2023 alone, over 700 measles cases were reported nationwide, with Texas accounting for the majority, leading to tragic fatalities among children. The outbreak, which began in vaccine-resistant Mennonite communities, quickly spread to areas with low vaccination rates, highlighting a nationwide trend where vaccine exemptions have reached record highs. In Texas, funding for immunization programs has remained static for over 15 years, forcing local health departments to make difficult choices about staff and resources. The situation is exacerbated by recent federal funding cuts, including a significant reduction in support for immunization programs, which has led to the cancellation of clinics and educational initiatives. As vaccine hesitancy grows, fueled by powerful anti-vaccine sentiments, health officials fear that the conditions are ripe for further outbreaks of measles and other infectious diseases. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.